All right, welcome back to the program. Aruna Kebira, the CEO Designate Globalview Capital Limited, is joining me right now, also virtually. Welcome to the program today, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Nancy.
Good morning. Let's get started. Okay, I started earlier where we are right now in terms of trading on the stock exchange right now. But speak to me about how you and your colleagues felt, how the market took in the decisions from the MPC last week.
By and large, the market was not actually expecting any change in the decision that the MPC had made over time. And when it came that Tuesday, the market accepted it. It looked like on Monday there was this feeling that you never can tell what might be the outcome of the meeting. But when the outcome actually came on Tuesday, the market accepted it. And that is why you see that the market was actually looking up in the other 3 days of the week. And the market came and closed positive on Friday.
So does it mean that the market had already priced in the decisions from the MPC even prior to the meeting?
Before if a meeting is scheduled, the market will always be sourcing for information as relating to what the decision may be, because that is what will determine the swing, the direction that the pendulum will swing to. Sometimes by Tuesday forenoon, we will have seen the effect of the market if the decision is negative. But at forenoon on Tuesday, we discovered that the market was steady, which was an indication that what was coming from the MPC committee was positive to the market.
Do you think that the MPC is still being paid attention to? I asked that same question when the director, MPD, Monetary Policy Department, was with me here, of the CBN, was with me here last Wednesday. In terms of, does the market, or are the markets still paying attention to what the MPC says?
I don't believe, because if I had the end of on Monday that will see the MPR at 15%, I don't think what we are saying the market now is what we are saying. So which means that they are still paying attention to the decision of the MPC.
Okay, how did the decisions of the MPC affect the different vagaries of the market? The equities market you've talked about. How about for treasuries, for example? Because we've also seen some kind of lowering or dipping volumes on the floor of the Nigerian stock exchange, since you all are trading remotely because of the rise in yields in treasuries.
When the rate is high, the yield in the money market will be looking up. And one of the things I've always come to understand is that these value investors and PBPFs, they are not actually looking, they don't have interest of the market at whether it is money market or is the capital market. What they are looking for, where they will get the best yield. So as far as there is best yield in the money market, they will move their resources from out of capital market into the money market. And when it is better in the capital market, they also move their resources from the money market to the capital market. It's a circular flow of income. What they are looking for is where the yield will favor them.
So where are the yields favoring investors right now, especially concerning stocks around the results, financial statement, audited financial statements that we're seeing being released? I mentioned earlier FCMB. We've seen tier 1 banks releasing their earnings, Dangote Cement, for example, banks also releasing dividends. Stanbic IBTC, I think last week, is it how much now? Yes. Dangote Cement, I think 16 naira.
16 naira.
Yes, we're seeing banks, Union Bank, UBA, and all of that releasing dividends. So with these decisions and with all the things happening around the market right now, where are possible yields for discerning investors?
I think what they do is now mixed, because this is the period for earnings and dividend declaration, especially this week that is going to be the last 3 days. There are a number of people that are value investors who are actually looking to take position to get dividend from most of these companies. So they have earlier moved their resources to the money market when the market was actually down. but they would have moved most of the market back to the capital market to take position, so as to get to position for dividend declaration so that they get qualified for those dividends. So I believe it is now mixed. That is even why you are saying there is an uptick in the ASI.
That's the all-share index. For those that don't know what you just said, ASI, all-share index, the broad index. If we take a look at some of those results, if not all, especially coming from the banks, was the market a bit surprised with those performances, especially as we battle a pandemic? For example, even Dangote Cement made the highest revenue in 5 years during a pandemic. Who were those building when we were on a lockdown? Who were those buying cement?
You see, the market actually was not expecting anything worse than what we saw. But if it had come worse, then maybe the market would have reacted negatively. If you discover that when Zenith paid 270 kobo, it only moved for 1 day, which means that the market was actually not expecting less than 270 kobo from them, and the guarantee came. The only result that surprised the market was that of Stanbic, 360 kobo and 146, and that was why the investor responded and they moved it for like 2 days before it relaxed.
Wait, were you saying that investors were positively surprised for Stanbic IBTC? Or negatively surprised?
I don't believe they were expecting the bonus.
Okay.
If you look at the yield, the 360 kobo, which is the highest in the banking industry, and they now came with another 146, I think it's far above what any of the GT or Designate is giving.
You know, why is it like that, especially for Stanbic IBTC? Because I was actually surprised. You're seeing banks like UBA and Co. not doing as much as Stanbic IBTC. I come to think of it, I just interviewed the founder of Stanbic IBTC Bank. This is not a paid promo, but we're looking at, you know, the realities of the market. Why do you think it was like that?
You know, I think what is responsible for bonuses and dividend payout are just policies. If you look at the earning per share of Guarantee and Zenith, they can do 360 kobo conveniently without feeling it. But they need to claw back. Maybe what they are just looking at is the further development of the business to better the lot of the shareholder in the long run. So it's not as if they couldn't have been able to pay the 360 kobo. But it could be another policy with Stanbic Bank to pay 360 kobo, which I'm not privy to, and do 146. So I just believe it's a dividend payout policy.
Okay. For discerning investors, what is your advice? What category or which segment of the market do you think that people can play in right now legally to get return on investment? Because youths are not really there. The investment landscape in Nigeria right now, is nothing to write home about. You can't keep your money in the bank. You can't. What do you do when you have money?
I've always, you know, the first thing that will come to your mind is the banking sector, of course, but they provide the liquidity, they provide the volatility when you position that profit. Then one of the things is the building, especially the cement, when you look at WAPCO and Dangote. The network providers like the Airtel and the MTN.
Okay. Okay. So as we approach the Easter holiday, what are we expecting this week and on the other side of the holiday? As we approach the Easter holiday this week and when we come back, what do you expect to see?
You know, by regulation, every company is supposed to file in their result on or before the 1st of March every year, which is 3 days from now. So for every other result we have not seen, we are going to see it. And this is the month end, and this is the quarter end. So I believe that there will be activities of fund managers and money managers that may likely push the index up. And again, there will be profit bookings. A number of people will have taken position who have said that this is time to cash out, and there will be more dividend declaration, more result, more dividend declaration. But I believe that these last 3 days of this month will actually push the index maybe a little bit what we saw last month. Though the quarter today and the month today are still negative, but I believe that what will happen between today, tomorrow, and next might be able to at least reduce that figure a little bit.
Because when we come back from Easter holiday, we will be on the other side of the second quarter. We must have exhausted the first quarter. Do you think for a market that gave a return of 50% in 2020, that was adjudged by Bloomberg among 93 countries as the best performing market, with first quarter gone, do you think we're on track to achieve that same feat by the end of this year?
From all the indicators that we see before us, I think that may be a tall order. Because after this, especially beginning from next week, when there is no dividend, no results to look up to, there may be a lull in the market. We might drag down the index and the performance. So beating 2020 record might be a tall order as far as what we are seeing for.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kebira. Thank you for speaking with us this morning.
Thank you for having me, Nancy.
You're welcome. I'll be speaking with Aruna Kebira, who is the CEO designate at Globalview Capital Limited. We've been looking at the outlook for the market this week, and perhaps when we also come back from the Easter holiday. Thank you all for being a part of the show today. Thank you also to my guest. I spoke with Atedo Peterside, CON earlier. He's the president of Adam Foundation as well as the founder of Stanbic IBTC Bank. In case you missed that, please, you will head over to our YouTube channel to check that out, Moneyline with Nancy at TV. Thank you for being a part of the show again today. Be the best you can be the change you want to see. I am Nancy Naji. Bye now. Thank you for watching our video. Please hit the subscribe button below, turn on post notification to follow all our updates.